Get ready. It's time. Christina, Catherine, Lisa, Amy, and Lauren. Welcome to the Cimorelli podcast.
Hey, I'm Christina.
I'm Catherine.
I'm Lisa.
I'm Amy.
I'm Lauren.
And we're Cimorelli. Welcome back to
The Wombat Report.
Yes!
If you get that reference, you get a muffin.
I thought you were going to say you're old.
Can't
Please
say that.
tell
I'm the
me
one
if you
giving
know.
you the muffin, but you should
It's
go get
from
one.
Even Stevens. Welcome back to the Cimorelli podcast.
The
We're your host.
Does he sound like a weather person?
I'm your host, Lisa Cimorelli, the host of the intro. Today's episode is 111.
Yes.
I'm looking at you, but you don't even know, do
No,
you?
Lauren's
it's
just like
111.
She knows somehow.
And we're talking about unpopular opinions. Oh, things we hate that people love, things we love that people hate. Things that I hate that you love. Who knows? So guys, it's gonna be a good episode, but we're gonna ruffle some feathers. I don't know.
We might.
Maybe.
We might ruffle.
Maybe.
You know, there's like your feathers get ruffled and you have a laugh about it, and then your feathers get ruffled and you're like, who knows what kind of feathers these will be? Time will tell.
That's true.
I've got my trusty salad by my side, and I'm ready to jump in. So, Christina,
Take it away.
All right, let's
take it to your
go.
portion.
Take the
So,
reins.
first of all, I forgot to say this last time until later on. If you guys want to see all of the episodes of the Cimorelli podcast, you're going to have to join our Patreon. It's always linked in the description on YouTube. And we have so much good content in there. If you love the Cimorelli podcast, you will love it. And there's so many good episodes from last season. Like, oh, such good episodes that are only on there. So check it out. Try for a month. See what you think. And also, if you join Patreon, you're supporting us as women, working professionals, and we appreciate that a lot. We really appreciate our patrons. You guys are such a supportive community, and we're so grateful for you guys. So thank you so much to the patrons. And now
guys rock.
we're gonna jump into the highs and lows before we get into unpopular opinions coming up soon. I'm excited
I'll
for
go
this
first.
episode. I loved last time we did them. This is the continuation of last time.
Yeah.
Forgot to say
Another continuation. Listen, here's my high. It's summertime. It's warming up. The local pool opens.
Oh!
I go.
Is this real or a
This is
fantasy?
real. I'm
Okay.
telling you the high. It is. It's a fantasy that became true. We're like, oh, let's go swimming. Let's take Lily swimming. Last time we took her swimming, she was like 5 weeks old, and she was like, now she can experience the water,
Oh my
right?
gosh.
And I'm like, oh, we need swim diapers. Let's go to Target. Oh, and let's get her a floaty. I've seen people online with these, so I was like, I hope they have one at Target. They had only one type of them, but one was enough. It's like you put their legs through it, kind of like a baby walker or a baby swing, and then it's got like 2 rings of flotation around it, so they have this little mesh splash zone, and then like
That's so
it keeps them up. It's got a
cute.
sun canopy. It's amazing.
Oh my gosh.
We went to the
so
pool, and I
cute.
put her in her little long sleeve
Hey,
wetsuit.
what did she think of the pool? What was her reaction?
Well, she
That's what I
first,
keep wondering.
she was like, "Whoo," because it was kind of cold. She was like, "Okay." Put her in the floaty, which she has a walker at home, just
Oh
like
my
that. And she
gosh.
starts like walking in the pool, like
my gosh.
kicking. She was kicking the whole time, and
was
she was
loving
like,
it?
"Oh, she
my
was freaking
gosh.
out." Put her little hat on. Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
and then
that
we'd be like,
picture was so
And we went in the
cute.
kiddie pool, which is really fun because there's no one in there.
Oh, you did.
And you can use the floaty in the kiddie pool. It's like 2 feet deep. Obviously, she's not 2
yeah.
feet tall. So we, oh my gosh, she's over 2 feet tall. Whoa. Okay. Anyway, that was ready for that.
She's a tall
24.
lady.
Anyway, oh my gosh, she was almost 2 feet when she was born. Okay, anyway, so we're like, let's go on a ride, and we like pull her around a circle, and she's like,
That's
"Oh,"
so
like she's
cute.
driving. Oh my gosh, that was so fun. Oh, easily one of the best. I was like, this is probably the best baby activity we've done so far. Like with this floaty and everything. Oh,
That's amazing.
I'm gonna be doing it all the time, all summer, starting right now. What was my low again? Oh, I don't know. Maybe just recently when I got diagnosed with pre-diabetes. I got my blood work done. I was like, I'm feeling a little wonky. Something's not right. I just knew. I was like, I need to get checked out. And I have no clue what's
Good
going
for
on.
you for listening to your body.
I
Trust
got
your
my
body.
blood drawn. Well, and things aren't like functioning normally, whatever. I got my blood drawn. They're like, okay, everything looks pretty good, and you have good like vitamin D levels, which I've been laying in the sun, so I better.
Yeehaw.
But there, she's like, girl, no wonder you've been feeling like crap.
Girl.
Your A1Cs are, you're pre-diabetic. Your A1C is high. Your insulin is double what it should be. Your
Whoa.
blood glucose is high. I was like, excuse me. So, yeah, that was not good news. But I quickly turned it around. Unlike when I was pregnant and got diagnosed with gestational diabetes
That was
and
hard.
cried for like 4 hours into the couch.
no.
All hope was lost. Not
That's
this time.
a lot.
I cried for like 2 minutes. I was like, all right, I'm just overwhelmed. This is a big moment. I kind of saw it coming, so I'm not that shocked, unlike last time. It's all good. And I was like, let's do this. Let's kick my blood sugar's booty. Let's get it going. Actually, let's give my blood sugar a hug. Get it back to where it should be. You know what I mean? A little bit of both. A little bit of both. Kick diabetes booty.
Let's whip our blood sugar into shape.
Yes, with love and kindness.
Love and
In a
care.
nice way.
So I've got an appointment with an amazing endocrinologist, and we're going to go from there. That
Love
was a
it.
low
Yes.
turned empowerment.
Good for you. Good for you.
And with that note, I'm going to eat my low carb salad.
Mine goes well from Lisa's, except for I feel bad, but I have plenty of other problems. And my high is that I don't have gestational diabetes. I just got the test and I passed the glucose
like,
test.
good for you.
So that was my high, but I feel bad. But you know, like I said, I got plenty of other problems in my life. So
A lot of
My high is
problems.
that I'm not pregnant. Don't have to suffer through that. I'm just kidding.
well, that was my high because I thought for some reason I thought I was gonna have it. Because
never
I was
know.
feeling really sick from sugar, and I was getting really sick when I was eating sugar.
No, I'm glad
and
you
I was
don't
like,
have it.
does that mean I have it? But it didn't mean I had
And
it.
sometimes you can be mad, you know. Everyone should have to suffer. No.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't wish
I'm
anyone
glad
else
because
had
it helps
preeclampsia.
my VBAC journey a bit. Well, it might not affect it at all, honestly, but whatever.
Well, you have to be on
One
an
less
IV
thing
if you
I have
did,
to worry
so
about.
that's good.
One less thing for me to worry about. My low was that it's kind of a lame low. I went on a walk and pregnancy just hit, and I was like, I am dead on my walk. So that was a low because I was like, oh no, is every walk for the next weeks until I'm August, is that going to be like this? So I'm questioning if I've gone into a bad
But was it
place.
warm out?
Not that warm.
Oh, I was gonna say maybe because it's been warm lately.
It was like 70 degrees. Shouldn't, yeah. So I was a little worried because I felt absolutely dead. But, you know, could be anything.
Yeah.
So that was my low. I was wondering if I was entering a dead moment. That's going to last for weeks. Okay, next.
Amy, your hair looks good. It looks so. I feel like I never see it straight. It looks good.
It makes me so angry to straighten my hair.
Why did you do it?
Because it goes to this, where it's like,
What?
and it just makes me annoyed.
Maybe you just need a
Everyone just said
haircut.
it looks good.
Thanks.
I was
I
saying
think it
Amy
looks
should
good.
get a haircut when I get a haircut. Oh, you
What?
can get one too if you want.
What haircut
already
are you
got
gonna
one.
get?
You already got one.
Yeah.
If my person is good that comes to my house, then you guys should come and
Look,
get
all
it.
I'm saying is that
Then you don't have to go anywhere.
I don't
besides
know
my
if that's,
house.
I want to learn how to cut my own.
yeah,
hair,
I don't know if that's a
Nice.
roast,
But
but
it could be
I thought you
fun.
already do cut.
I
your hair.
have been doing my end maintenance myself.
Well, it could be fun. It could be a fun haircut.
yeah,
That's it.
It could.
Yeah.
I'm just
Look
saying
down,
it could be
look.
fun to get a haircut.
that's what I've been doing.
I haven't gotten one in years, and I
myself,
was like,
is
I'm gonna
cutting
get
my
one.
dead ends off, so that's why my ends look a lot better. They don't look fantastic, they look a lot better.
Yeah, but you get like a fun like early 2000s haircut. I feel
What
like you
does
might
that
like
mean?
that.
She
want that?
Like with layers.
I wanna get
my
layers.
hair needs some maintenance.
That could be fun. Okay, sorry.
because the
Keep going.
bleach
Keep
like
going.
really ruined
Who is it?
it.
You.
Oh, I was just.
No one went.
I mean,
Someone just,
Oh,
I was
Karen
just telling her that her hair looks
complimented
good.
me.
Oh, okay. Who wants to go?
you can go, Amy.
I'll go, I guess,
You go.
since what is it? All eyes on me in the center of the ring, Anyway,
Okay.
because everyone's
anyway.
like looking at me. Okay, whatever. Anyway, okay. So, my low was that. Okay, I went to a surprise party, and I hate surprises.
It wasn't a
was
surprise
so
for you.
Yes, but even trying to pull them off, I hate it. Like,
Wow.
I was so scared that I was gonna accidentally ruin it. Because the girl was like, "Oh, get here like around 6:45." I woefully underestimated the drive, even though I've been there before. I knew it was far. I didn't realize it was 40 minutes far. So like, I was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm gonna get there at 7:10." And she said 6:45, but the surprise is until 7:30. So it's like I still have 20 minutes. So I'm literally in the car. I'm like, I called Lauren. I was like, am I gonna ruin the whole surprise? Like,
You could have just
I
disguised
don't
your
know.
appearance, so then if she saw you, she would think, "Oh, who's that old lady with the bag on her head?"
Wait, was
True.
Lauren there?
No, I called her on
Just
my
as
way.
a reference.
Yeah, I called Catherine. She didn't answer. No help
sorry.
at all.
I was
I
in
called
the
because
tubes
I
this
was like, I
weekend.
need to know, like, anyone with social references can, like, tell me if I'm going to ruin it. But I didn't end up ruining it. I did not.
I told you.
But my, like, anxiety and, like, blood pressure or whatever was, like, it went so high. I was, like, so freaked out. Because also I wasn't getting there when everyone else was getting there. So no one was like walking or anything. So then I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to die. But then I didn't. And I didn't ruin anything. And it was all fine.
Good.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
usually how it goes. She
But
probably
then-
said 6:45 because she knew people would come at 7, you know?
That's what Lauren literally said to me.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that's...
And I texted her. I'm like, I'm there 7:10. Is that okay? She didn't reply, but I assumed by her silence it was fine.
Silence is compliance.
No. But anyway.
That's what
so
you basically just said, though.
Well, that's what I just assumed because I was like, you know what? If she was like, you're going to ruin it all, she would have said that.
Okay.
And then, what else happened?
Or she didn't see it.
Okay, whatever. Oh, my other... Sorry, I have another low. Is when I got back home, there was like 3 cop cars across the street from my house. And then I was convinced I was going to get murdered for like an hour.
Because there were cops?
Yes!
You thought there was a killer on the loose. Sounds opposite to
I
me.
don't know. It just
Yeah.
it set my anxiety off. And then I had to call my little brother. I was like, Nick. It was literally probably midnight. I was like, Nick, am I going to get murdered? He's like, no. But he was really kind about it, though.
Oh my
We were just chatting about our days and what was going on.
That's
I was
funny.
like, Nick, you're sure I'm not going to get murdered?
Bless
He's like,
him.
no, you're fine. I was like, okay, whatever.
That's really funny.
And then, yeah, the high was that the party was actually really fun, even though I was absolutely horrified. And the people that I knew when I got there all left pretty quickly. So then I was like, oh my gosh. But then it actually turned out really fun and I got to know like new people and it was like really actually pleasant. So I was like, shook. It was nice. It was nice.
Cool.
Yeah, that's all I got to say.
The young one. Do you want to go?
Sure.
Oh yeah, our youth.
I'm so tired right now. I don't know what happened, but right before this, I just went like,
Maybe you're like crashing from the stress.
Afternoon
this week.
slump.
yeah. So maybe that's my low right now, is that I'm really tired and I'm stressed because we're doing 2 shoots tomorrow and the next day, and my right-hand man, Ariel, has an injury. So I'm like, oh my gosh. And so my mind is just running with like potential problems and like, oh, this, that. But then it's like not really like actually finishing any of the thoughts.
like
So it's
kinda
just kind of like,
ruminating?
So I'm trying to like calm down, but that's probably why I'm tired, because it's running my brain
Exhausting to be
into the
stressed.
ground.
You have a huge project.
Yeah.
You'll feel better after this week.
I will feel way better after that. So yeah, I guess my low is right now I'm stressed about those shoots. My high was I had a really good spiritual awakening on Saturday.
I'm a pagan now.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Actually the opposite. I went to confession.
of pagan.
And I just
Wait, you don't worship the earth. You hate the earth.
Yes.
Stop.
Wow.
I went to confession and I got there really early. I was just sitting in the church and I just like I had a spiritual revelation. I can't really explain it, but it was just like a different perspective on things that was really good. And I just felt like you know when you have like a spiritual reset, when you kind of been in like a desert for a while and then like something happens and then you're like you have like a new
Like renews
perspective,
your hope,
a
kind of.
reawakening. That's kind of what it was, and it was just a great day of like pondering and like understanding and like just feeling more like hopeful for the future
Connected.
on my spiritual journey. So it was good. It was a
Love
good
that.
day. It was great times.
Did you?
Highs and low lows. I don't really have that much to say except for that Sunday night was my low Saturday night because the twins did not sleep, and I think the longest stretch I got was 2 hours.
Oh.
And then the other stretches I got were like an hour.
right.
I think I got 4.5 total.
Oh my
And
god.
because
It's
they
like
were
being a night nurse.
It was like
That's a
one would
travesty.
finally get to sleep after like an hour, and then 30 minutes later the other one would wake up, and Max and I were both just like, I just looked at him and I was like, they have to sleep eventually, right? No, they didn't. They never did. They just kept switching off all night. So we both woke up Sunday morning. We were like, we were both like could not function. But yes, that was pretty bad. And then we took like an hour and a half nap with the twin. Like, or actually no, almost 2 hours. We slept while they slept in the morning, which was great.
Wow.
But then we both woke up and we had sleep inertia. We were like, what day is it?
sleep
what's
inertia?
that?
It's when you nap for too long and you're like,
That happens to me every
happens
time I
to
nap.
me.
like,
That's
that
why I
happened to me.
hate
Yeah,
naps.
it's like blurry.
See,
Well,
I'm
yeah, 'cause
like,
you're napping-
I've
you're
never
napping too
felt
long.
better after
Or
a
did you
nap.
not nap long enough?
You're supposed to nap.
What, 2 hours?
You're supposed to nap
You
not
30
long enough.
minutes or less, I think
What
it is.
if you needed 5
feel like I've
hours
done
of
that.
sleep?
Well,
never
if you
feel
get
good
into
after a
the
nap.
But you
deep,
can't nap
like,
for 5 hours.
REM,
That's not
whatever,
good
sleep
right
or something
now.
or other, I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever, I
I
hate-
swear that napping long periods of time doesn't actually help
I don't
your
nap ever,
sleep
never,
deficit.
never will.
I don't know. Anyway.
Like whatever I. Oh, okay, I'm just kidding.
I hurt you.
That's like I just thought of something.
Honestly,
And then I think my high, Lauren inspired me. I changed my high after listening to Lauren. I was like, oh yeah, I had a moment like that. That was pretty good.
Like, I actually.
I was like, because I had a different high, which was like having these people over for dinner, which was really fun, and that was also high. But I think my other high was that I like actually spent time like journaling and thinking and reading.
We love it.
And I kind of went into this like deep thought bubble, and I felt
Love it.
very.
Love it.
I don't think it was on the level. It sounds like you had like a real like spiritual, but like I was definitely like it was like a spiritual like splash of water to the face.
Oh, I love it.
Like oof, I'm refreshed.
Yes.
Yeah, that was my high.
Cool.
Yeah,
Very cool. Very cool.
guys, tell me Lisa does not look like she's on Team USA.
You can't see my tennis dress.
And she
though.
looks like a tennis
and
player.
my high socks.
One of the keys.
Yes.
Okay,
right.
cool. So we.
Did you go?
Yeah, I went first.
She said the pregnancy thing
Duh.
with the gestational diabetes.
So.
Oh, yes. She was not to make you feel bad.
I want to respond to some of the comments on a previous episode. So sometimes I like to look for some controversies, that exist.
my gosh.
Sometimes I'm like, we don't need to respond to that. But this one was me, so I want to respond to it. I don't remember what episode it was, but there was a couple
nervous.
people who were like worried about me or mad at me. Worried or mad. I appreciate the ones who are worried more. I gotta tell you guys, I appreciate that. But and I watched part of the episode to like get an idea, and I was like, okay, I see where you're coming from. Where were they worried? But I'm telling you. So I watched the episode and I saw myself. And okay, so you know when people listen to other people and they like listen like this?
Oh.
Yes.
I have to make myself do that. I don't do that natural. That is so unnatural to me. But a lot of people, I guess, it's natural
No,
for
I
them.
make myself do it.
I have to make myself do that too.
My relaxed face is like.
Okay, so I was doing this the whole time. Basically, I was really in a ton of pain during this shoot. That was this episode. I was in so much pain. I had not slept. I was yawning like every other second. But when I'm in pain, I don't really talk about it or like tell people. I might mention it once, and then I'll just not say it and just go hours and just be in a lot of pain. But I won't say anything because it doesn't really make me feel better. I like to ignore it. But anyway, so I was doing what
I feel like
Lisa
when you're
was
in
doing.
pain, you're usually just kind of enraged.
I'm just like this.
She's like,
Yeah.
guys.
I'm just sitting there and I'm just like, I'm in so much pain, but I'm just going to push through, basically.
Yeah, it's like a mental
So,
battle.
Yeah, so people are like, what is wrong with Christina or whatever? And some are like, maybe it's pregnancy. You're right.
You're right.
You're right.
It's pregnancy and toddler. You were right.
That's
And
a
they were
double
like,
whammy,
does she
girl.
hate her sisters, basically? No.
Wait,
Yeah, she
what?
hates
Or like,
us.
do I think everything everyone was saying was stupid? No, it was just taking everything in me to just do the episode. I couldn't really add an extra like nice
Niceties.
moment. So like Lisa was talking, and I was just like, I wasn't thinking about what Lisa was
thinking
saying,
about
guys.
me.
I was thinking about how much pain I was in.
Okay, I feel like people have to realize also, like, we are familia. Okay, we're family. We are not going to be offended. Even if you were sitting there like, I don't really care what Lee's saying. Do you care that much?
I
If
only
all
want to
of
know
us-
if you guys heard it.
Like,
I only want to know.
we don't expect each other to like listen with
Yeah.
bright eyes with everything that we say. Like, we get
We
that
know
we're all
each other
people.
very well.
Like, it's okay if someone's tired or not really listening. Like, we're not like taking that personally.
You
Like,
could tell
right? Like,
I was having an off day. You'd be able to tell.
yeah, it's not like, wow, Christine thinks I'm so dumb. It's like, well, she's being
And you know
Miley.
what? I'd like to reference a quote in relation that I
Like-
think everyone should keep in mind. It's be kind, for everyone you know is fighting a hard battle.
They did not think I was fighting
And
a battle.
Christina
They're like,
was
she's
fighting
rude.
a hard battle, which we all are in different ways. So you
guys-
gotta just let her, give her some grace.
Also, do you really care about everything everyone says? I'm not saying you didn't care. You probably did. But it's like, is it a
Yeah, I think
crime?
everyone says everything you guys
Is-
say is intriguing.
honestly, if
Is
you-
it a crime to not care when someone's talking?
And if you
No,
think that
it's not. It's
everything
okay.
coming out
I
of
don't
someone's
think it's
mouth
a
is the
crime.
best thing ever, you're probably in a cult. Just
Oh,
like I was watching a cult documentary last night, so I'm a little influenced by
Like,
that.
I think
that's a good
everyone.
one.
No, it is literally Jesus. It's up for Jesus.
Everyone, we try to be considerate, put on a nice face when we don't care what people are saying, because it's just reality. You don't always care what everyone's saying all the time, but it's like, it's okay if, sometimes you're just like, I don't really care.
You don't
It's
relate
fine.
to it, or you don't,
okay.
yeah, or you're tired, or you got other things in your mind.
And it's like, we know that also you guys are watching too. It's like, if they don't care what I'm saying, I'm like, well, I know that you do, so I'm going to keep who's talking.
Or maybe they don't. You never know. Maybe they're just like, that was boring.
Maybe you're skippy, but whatever.
Maybe they're sitting at home watching like this.
I don't know. I guess my point is like
Just
we
kidding.
don't take it as personally as I think you guys do sometimes. If one of us is kind of like seems like they don't care that much.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I
Yeah.
could not
Like-
care less.
And I don't like how
It's
I don't
like,
know. I don't like how people take the listening faces that we have like so seriously. This is
Yeah.
just people in general, not just for us. But when I think of even like babies, like Barrett, and then his little cousin, my brother's little daughter, she kind of has a little smile going on all the time, and Barrett will just be like this, and people will be like, "Are you okay?" And he'll just sit there like this for a while, and then Barrett's like, "No." And he's just a different personality. He doesn't naturally just sit there like this, but she naturally does. And it's hard for us people out here who don't naturally do that.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean I hate anything. I'm just like, that's just my thinking
I have
and
to
listening,
make myself
or
do
in
that
pain
too.
face.
I have
Yeah,
to,
and
or
it's-
I look like this.
It's okay, guys. Let's just take the,
okay not to be
the
okay.
pressure off to
Yeah,
just
we don't
react perfectly to everyone all the time. It's like you
Yeah.
can just be you. So
All right,
Yeah.
that was a good discussion. Okay, let's do 5 perspectives. Now, Amy definitely
good.
typed this one up
Oh
because it
my
says,
gosh.
"How often do you clan you space our bathroom?" Wait, whoa. How often do you clean your bathroom? If you didn't get it,
How often do I clan my bathroom?
do you clan you
Do I
our
organize my
bathroom?
products into
No,
clans?
It's
No, just
R
kidding. Sorry.
the letter R and then bathroom as
I
one
was-
word.
Guys, I think I was typing on my computer, which I'm even worse
Well,
at
I
than
just
typing
kept
on
it
my phone.
because it was
How
funny.
often do you
All right,
Come on,
how
everyone
often?
you know is fighting
How
hard
often do you
bubble.
clean your bathroom?
I'm
keyword.
a really like cluttered person, so I feel like I clean it probably like every 2 weeks at least because the counter gets so cluttered that I'm like, this is too far. I don't do it
gets
every
cluttered
week
too.
though. I let it really pile up.
I kind of generally keep the clutter under control, and then as far as like wiping it down and stuff, I'm sorry, my house cleaners do that once a month. I don't do it. I don't do it. I
Well,
mean,
good
it's
for
hard to
you,
remember to wipe
honestly.
down. Thank you. Sometimes I
Happy for
will
you.
take my hand and go like this with the water to get all the nastiness out of the sink, and then
Yeah.
wash them.
Wait, use your hand?
Yeah, I don't use any cleaner. I just take them with the water and rub it down, and then wash my hands.
Oh my gosh, I would die.
If you change your baby's diaper and then wash your
See, like,
hands,
it's just
why
the
can't you
sink.
wipe the
I don't wipe
sink?
it with my hand.
Have you
I
never gotten poop on your hand?
I do that
too, but I'm not gonna wipe it on
It's
purpose.
just like a quick clean.
No,
of
I've
just,
done that too.
Yeah.
It gets all
And
the
there's
like
hair
toothpaste
and
down
stuff,
it.
yeah.
Or I take like a paper
I
towel.
can't.
and
Oh no!
So I
can't
do that, but that's
Guys,
how I
I
would
have to
die.
shower after I clean bathrooms because I just feel.
Well, that's different.
Yeah, but
Okay, wait, how often did you say?
I don't do it. My house cleaners do it
she
once a
keeps it uncluttered, and
Yeah.
then her house
She
cleaners
just isn't
actually
a
wipe
habit.
it.
What about
yeah.
the germs?
Guys,
Not the
Lisa
clutter.
is like that girl or whatever because she just said she just keeps it uncluttered.
Well,
But
no,
it's
there's
not just
some
clutter,
No,
clutter.
it's true.
guys.
Lisa's not very cluttery.
Thank
She's
God.
very
God,
clean.
this
There's
is
some
sanitary,
clutter,
though.
but
how do you do
every
that?
day, if I'm like, oh, you have to, don't be blind to it. It's like, oh, there's a plastic
Yeah, how
bag
do you
right there.
do that?
Ooh, because not relaxing. You have to just just start
so
doing it.
hard.
Walk in there and say, what has to go? Pick 3 things, just 3 big things: trash bag, toilet paper roll, this. Throw them away.
Might just be a
Yeah.
tornado and
Then
then do it later.
once you start it, you're like, ooh, that too, that too. Oh, you know what? These nail polish I've been sitting out for a long time. Thinking of them right now. Maybe put those away.
I want to be in the habit of keeping
It's so
uncluttered,
great.
but I have a routine every weekend. It's part of my like freshen up, reset for the week routine is do a quick clean of the bathroom, and I always feel so good after. So I just do. It doesn't take that long because I do it every weekend, and it feels so good to go into Monday with a clean bathroom. I'd go into Monday with clean bathroom, clean sheets, clean laundry, clean kitchen, clean
major
living room.
key.
That's
a
my
good time.
my weekend
That's a
stuff,
great
and I always
time.
feel so good on Mondays.
Ooh, that is a major key. Guys, but does anyone not relate to this? You don't just, when you go into your bathroom that hasn't been cleaned, you don't see with your heart just germs everywhere.
Yes.
Does anyone
No.
feel that?
I only
Yes.
see real dirt. I don't see like germs.
No, I relate.
But
I
I see
relate.
like, oh, I need to sweep the
Anywhere
floor.
where you're
like,
going
oh,
to the
there's
bathroom,
stuff.
there's like those particles. That's
I
that's
don't
the thing.
really
I have
think
a
about
toilet
it.
room. It's
I
separate.
really don't
Okay,
think
so
about
how-
it.
but often are
bathroom,
you?
though, that's what I was thinking, like your bathroom, you know?
Yeah, I don't see them.
Okay,
How
well,
often are
before I had the twins, I was religious every week, sometimes more than that, more than once a week, but usually about once a week. But now that I have the twins, it's like every other week. I start to feel gross. I don't care. I'm a cluttered person for sure. I'm not super organized, and I just piles accumulate a lot, and I get rid of them a lot. I just wish I was better about just putting it away in the first place. Lifelong battle, but I am a very germ. Like I just
Conscious
feel the
guy?
germs in my soul, and it makes me like.
I don't.
When it's been too long, it's like I have a timer for every room in my house, and I can remember how often I like de-germed it, and the timer starts going
lot.
like in my head. So yeah.
So you
Don't
think
you
I would
have
have
a day
a
of the week
schedule?
for
I
this?
don't yet.
You mean, can I borrow your sunglasses?
I am
Yes.
disappointed.
I know. I just
I
literally
can't believe
today
you don't.
thought I was gonna. I just today
Leave my hair.
decided
There we
to
go.
make one in
You
this
should do
moment.
it in the weekend because I feel like you
I
would
was
love
gonna
going
say
into
I
the
would
weekend.
Surprising
do
because
it.
you're such a schedule
No, here's
person.
the thing. I can't clean on the weekends as much because I'm always so busy. I have
She's
to
on
clean
the
Yeah,
go.
she's
during the
out
week.
and about.
Monday,
She's gone.
Friday,
Gone.
Friday?
Literally, Lord knows.
Friday
No.
morning.
Christina, do you know how many things I have
Thursday?
scheduled for Friday? I have to clean it on
Thursday
Monday.
morning? You're like,
I
okay.
have to do Monday.
Okay.
Monday would
Alright.
be the day, or maybe Sunday. But apparently, you're not supposed to clean on the Sabbath or something. I don't
Wait,
know.
but guys, PSA.
I'm kidding. I
you
don't
just
know.
need to do a 5-minute bathroom routine. You doesn't have to
Well,
be crazy.
no. Cleaning
Spray, wipe,
My
wipe.
bathroom
Literally 5 minutes.
is one of
Just
my
do it quick.
favorite activities. It is one of my favorite
It's very
activities.
relaxing. That's why I love doing
turn
it.
on a movie or television and I just wipe everything
telenovela.
down.
Oh, I always
never
gotta listen to a
have
podcast
clutter
for
in my
YouTube.
bathroom, really ever. It's just
I've been
like
in there. Don't use a lot
it
of
gets
product.
pretty.
I don't care about the clutter. I just care about the.
It gets pretty like grimy
Dusty
and like
Soap
kind of
scum.
dusty. So then
guys.
I have to clean it pretty.
Gotta get rid of it.
I would like to clean it once a
pet peeve.
week, but realistically, I clean like once every 2 weeks.
Okay.
So now
That's
I
not
want to
bad.
get to once a week.
Okay. Did you say yours?
Yeah, it's like every 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
Cause it's just I
Hey, that's
have
not-
to.
that's
I
not
like.
bad.
I got last week's breakfast. Not really, but I got the plate in there.
She
Dang.
does. She holds half
I'm like,
our
it's gotta
like,
go.
dishes captive.
Okay, so let's go to the main topic, which is
Main
unpopular
event.
opinions. So we each had written down like, what was it? How many did we
5.
write before? 5 or something?
And we
But
each got through like 2 or 3.
We only got through 2 or 3 last time. So we're like, we can't let these go to waste. This is like a couple episodes ago. We need to continue.
Bring it
so,
back.
who wants to say the first unpopular opinion?
Look, I'll go first. I may have. I think I said this in the past, but it's been many moons, so I feel like I can regurgitate it.
Okay.
And this is not no hate. This is simply a personal
For all these are no hate.
statement. Well, this is specifically no hate because I don't like 95% of Taylor Swift's music.
Oh
And
my god!
I feel like everyone loves her. And nowadays, it's less, she's had more of a controversy, whatever. I don't know. Now there's people who are split. But when she first came out, every girl in the world was like, Taylor Swift! And I was like, I am some alien humanoid, whatever, that apparently doesn't relate to these songs. The first 2-3 albums, I was like,
Okay, so not being able to relate, that's definitely...
I did, and it wasn't even like I hate this. It would come on, I just wouldn't register it. It would just, because there's plenty of artists that I hate. Actually, and we are not going into that. I don't want to spread hatred, okay? Even though there are artists that I hate, their music, I'm like, oh my gosh, shut it off. It wasn't even like that. It's just nothing. I felt nothing.
Wow, what a musical episode this is
So
turning out to
that's
be.
my first unpopular opinion.
Yeah, I just did a song. she
Lauren,
did 2
I know you
songs.
disagree.
I do disagree deeply, but
I
that's
deeply
okay.
disagree too.
I love
can't-
her stuff.
I can't disagree with you
Yeah, your
not
taste.
liking
Yeah, you
something,
not being able to
Lauren,
relate to
I
it.
know.
but I don't feel the same way.
Yes, I know. I don't
Okay,
feel the same way.
Who wants to go?
I'm gonna say this is not technically unpopular, but it just popped into my head.
What?
I don't eat at real restaurants.
What is a real
All I
restaurant?
eat at is like if I'm not gonna eat at
What's the
home, I get
opinion?
like Sonic.
You hate
I
restaurants?
don't go
A
out
sit-down
to eat
restaurant.
at restaurants.
Wait, so if
I
someone's
just
like,
don't do
"Hey,
it.
Amy, do you want to go to lunch?" What do you say?
No one asked me if I want to go to lunch.
You've never been asked to
guys.
lunch.
And it also stresses me out a little bit because I'm like, I'm gonna spend like $20 on food. I don't love
So
it.
the only time you eat out is fast food.
Basically,
This is the
or I
opinion
get
then.
tacos that are like $2.
You don't like eating at restaurants other than fast food.
like. I like
Okay.
the food, but like I don't.
What if someone
love
paid
having
your way? Is just spending the money.
Honestly, I might like it better.
What if I was like,
Honestly.
"Hey, Amy, dinner's on me. You want to go to the
Yeah,
restaurant?
I
You'd
think I
like it."
enjoy it.
Okay.
Now that I think back, when we took you to food after we went to the flea market, in my mind, I'm like, you looked like a fish out of water.
I am.
You're just
I don't know what to
What
do.
am I
I don't know
doing?
what's going
But I
on.
didn't register it back then. I'm like,
Oh wait, you know it's probably because I hate being around people when they're eating. That would make
Why did you
sense.
say yes? We could have brought you
that's
out.
wait. That's so
Good.
interesting.
Unpopular
I
opinion.
didn't realize it, and it's not like a normal thing.
You
It's
mean because like the chewing, you hate it?
it's just like sometimes, and it's not all the time,
Too
but
into
sometimes
it.
I just hate it. Ugh.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
It grosses
so
you
I
out?
just don't really frequent restaurants at all.
Wow, I'm like, please take my money. Every restaurant
I
in the
love
world, I will give you
restaurants.
every
Ooh,
dollar.
I love
have.
restaurants.
When
It's a
they have,
nice ambiance.
Ooh,
Oh,
I
so
feel like
fun.
I love it.
One of the unpopular opinions in there was being around people eating is horrible, basically.
Oh, it's
I
horrifying.
don't know if that. I mean,
No,
I don't love
that's-
being around people eating.
I don't really
even
mind.
think about
People
it.
don't like eating.
I don't mind.
I think I like people eating, actually.
I like people eating
You're
unless
like-
they're eating ranch
Yeah.
chickens on their lip. And then I'm like,
Ah, stop it.
Like when
Twitch,
people
Twitch.
are
Think
eating
about
on things I'm watching, I like it. I like
That's
it.
weird.
That's like
Weird.
neutral.
Because I'm like,
unpopular
ooh, that was
opinion.
good.
Actually, no, it's not because those videos have
Yes.
millions of views.
Yeah,
I'm
people
one of
like
those
seeing someone
people.
eat.
And
I don't really
feel-
seek it out, but I like it.
I
It's
feel
just
like my
weird.
friend group doesn't really frequent restaurants with each other, really.
I frequent restaurants.
Okay, but you're never like, let's go get what you want.
Yeah, because I'm like, no one wants to spend money.
Yeah, that's yeah.
I get it.
Yeah. So I just don't frequent restaurants.
Yeah, this makes sense.
Okay. Is this unpopular?
You've been listening to the Cimorelli podcast. Follow Cimorelli on Spotify and subscribe on YouTube. You can also find Cimorelli on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.